two American League teams. Athletics on the road as Oakland goes up against the Cleveland Indians. It's the MLB on 2K Sports right now.
That's right, Jeannie. Get ready for some big-time baseball. Extraordinary match.
Welcome, everybody. Spring training continues here in the Cactus League. I'm Gary Thorne. We're in Arizona. John Kruk and Steve Phillips for 2K Sports. And we're going to see Jeremy Sowers, the starting pitcher. So, Steve, got to be conscious of key things. What are those things in this Oakland lineup?
Not a very good matchup for this lefty on the mound right here, as this lineup can powder some mediocre pitchers. So he really is going to have to move the ball around and keep these hitters off balance.
Here's a look at the offense for the Athletics, presented by Pepsi. Thoughts, John? Anybody stand out?
Well, Kurt Suzuki's one of those rare guys who doesn't have to hit a lot of home runs to drive in runs. He's a guy that puts the ball in play, he can hit for a high average, but when men are in scoring position, he takes what the pitcher gives you and delivers runs for his team. Let's see if he can produce some for them in this one.
And it's Mark Ellis at the plate as we get ready to get things going.
Second baseman, number 14, Mark Ellis.
There's a swing, a high pop-up behind second. Peralta to field this one. That's one away. Now we'll take a quick look at the Indians, how they line up on the field. Thoughts, Steve? Anybody stand out?
Well, Asdrubal Cabrera has great versatility up the middle. It doesn't matter where you play him. He has great range and instincts and the ability to be able to throw from any position on the field.
It's going to be Laporta now.
Well, this year the Athletics are hoping to play a little bit more consistent baseball and really improve upon their 2009 showing, especially their play on the road.
It's fouled off. Part of the bad showing for the A's in the 09 season was a 35-46 road record where they really were out offense. The opponent's offenses outscored them 413 to 357.
Well, that's going to be a problem again in 2010. They just have to figure out a way to, if they're not going to hit the ball out of the ballpark, how can they manufacture runs? They have a lot of guys on that team. You know, even when Matt Holliday was there before he got traded to St. Louis, they were basically a station-to-station team. They weren't a great base-running team. If they're going to compete against the Angels and against Texas and Seattle in this division, they have to score more runs. You can't rely on young pitching to carry you to a division title.
No, John, you're right. The offense is an issue. The problem is that power equals dollars, and stolen bases and speed equals dollars, and it's not money that the Oakland A's have, so they're going to have to develop their own young players and create ways to score runs.
Swings and misses. The good change right there. 0-1.
A great changeup right there. You see how far out in front of it he is?
Swung on and ripped towards second. And Oakland their first hit.
Let's take a look at last year's rankings and see how the Oakland Athletics fared. Fourth in stolen bases, fifth in hitting with runners in scoring position. And they were the top 10 in hits, a lineup that was able to make a lot of contact and put the ball in play.
Wooten settling in. Runner on first, 2 away. The pitch. Line down the right field line, but a foul ball. Foul ball! Good hard slider that time. He's in control in the count now, 0-2. And the pitch out, nothing doing that time. The 1-2 on its way. Foul! Fouled off. Swing and a miss. Gets away. He's heading for first. He gets the throw down to first base, and they'll get the out.
That's a great play there by the catcher. When the pitcher throws one in the dirt like that, he's really hoping the catcher will block it, keep it in front, and be able to get the out at first.
Kind of plays that could change the momentum of a game if you don't get that out. And Jeremy Sowers heads in. The handiwork already on. And we've got Ben Sheets out on the mound. He's starting for Oakland. Johnny faces these Cleveland hitters. What do you think he's focusing on?
Well, if there's ever one pitcher you would like to see be healthy, it would be Ben Sheets. You're talking about a guy whose best pitch is a curveball, but yet he still throws a fastball in the mid to high 90s. That tells you how great his stuff is. He's a power pitcher, can strike you out, and when healthy, he's one of the best you'll see.
Here's Davis's first look. Line drive. And the play made by Laporta. Line up for the Indians. We'll take a look, courtesy of Pepsi. Now, John, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
Well, an acrobat at shortstop. That's what you're going to see with Asdrubal Cabrera. But don't let the athleticism at shortstop fool you. He can also swing the bat. He can steal a base. He can produce runs. And this is why he's so valuable to his team. Let's see if he can help today.
And Cabrera settles in. 273 his average last year against the A's. At the belt, Sheets, kicks, throws. Watches a fastball that's in there, 0-1.
Some guys really like the low fastball. In this situation, though, he ends up taking the pitch.
So Cabrera is set down. 2 down.
Well, he hit this one well, but it hangs up long enough to give the left fielder just enough time to run underneath and make the catch.
2 outs and nobody on. Low pitch from Sheets for a ball.
The best curveballs are the ones that start in the strike zone, then fall out of the strike zone. He couldn't get him to fish for that one, though.
And that one's down. That's the team's first hit. Now we'll take a quick look at the A's, how they're taking the field defensively. Any picks here, Steve?
Mark Ellis is a solid, consistent defensive player, Gary. Always seeming to find himself in the right spot at the right time.
And we're going to see Sizemore here. 2 outs and a man on first. And Sheets gets it by, called strike 1, 0-1.
You can really stay out of big trouble in the big inning if you can spot your fastball down in the zone.
And Buck grabs that one, and the side's retired. We see a good inning here from Ben Sheets. Works his way out of the first inning without allowing anyone to score. And the Athletics coming up next. Middle of the lineup, due up.
For the second inning.
Last couple of hours, maybe even before the game started, it's been pretty comfortable weather, partly cloudy.
27, Vladimir Guerrero.
And let's take a look at Vladimir Guerrero, who's going to lead it off. And just 3 out of 14 lifetime against Jeremy Sowers. Guerrero swings and misses for strike one.
Well, he throws his cut fastball hard, and it has that good movement. He still gets that up in the zone, was able to blow it by him at the letters.
He delivers. Strike two. Swing and a miss on the slider. 1-2. Guerrero not fooled by that pitch. Count is evened up. Swung on and hit. This one to Sizemore. Retiring Guerrero. One away.
Third baseman, number 1.
And Fox will settle in now. 1 out, nobody on. He fouls that one off. And he's out in front on that pitch, so he's in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, looking for a bounce-back performance today. Some disappointment after last game, striking out twice.
Fastball is up high, then it's 1-2. Sliders swung on and missed. 2 down.
For the Oakland
Athletics. K-Cam's going to show us a good look at this slider.
For 8.
Fantastic piece of pitching to get that out, John.
Well, that's the part of pitching you love. He's looking for a fastball. He's expecting a fastball, and then just drop one right off the table. What a pitch.
And Suzuki's in the box. He's hit .283 lifetime off Cleveland. Here's the delivery. Strike one! Took something off, and it swung on and missed. 0-1.
Boy, he just couldn't wait for that changeup to get in the strike zone. You can't try to chase it. You have to let it come to you.
Strike two! Strike two. Now no balls, 2 strikes. Kurt Suzuki doesn't want a K here. Cutter thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
Well, good movement on the cutter there, but he's got to get the ball down in the zone. He can get hurt with hitters throwing it up there.
And Kurt Suzuki swings and misses. Strike 3. And a good defensive half inning. 3 up, 3 down. Still unable to score. Oakland still 0. And Johnny Peralta to lead it off.
Third baseman, number 2, Johnny Peralta.
Hit in the air to center field. And it's through. Credit Peralta, base hit.
A nice piece of hitting right there. You get on base to start the inning with no outs. And you know, all it does is you want to just keep the line moving if you're the guys behind him.
And it'll be Valbuena standing in to hit. Runner on first. At the belt, Sheets, kicks, throws. Fastball just misses. 1-0. Hit up the middle. He's up with it. That's 1. And that's 2. A double play.
Designated hitter, number 36.
And we've got a Busher at the plate. Last season, 2 for 12 against the A's. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And that one falls in there for a single. That brings up Austin Kearns.
Boy, after 2 outs, they finally got a man on board right here in this inning. So let's see if they can get back-to-back hits going and maybe get some momentum.
A runner on first with 2 outs. Taps this one foul to the right. Here's the 0-1 from Sheets. There's a swing and a line drive. And that gets down. Kearns on with a base hit. Now Cleveland, here's the chance they won.
He gets a letter high pitch, a good pitch to hit, and he takes advantage of it. Nice job.
Hitting from behind is not an easy thing to do in this game, but a little easier when the pitch is up there.
You throw it over the plate like that, it's going to cost you.
Strike one.
Sheets pitch, swung on and missed. 0-1.
Credit the catcher on that one. That's a good low target setting up, and he hit the target. Good execution.